Verse 10, and Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son. You see how everybody was bearing except Rachel, huh? Go to war. Okay. But before that, that person was not even counted in their census below a certain age. Listen, just because you're 20 and you could go to war, don't make you a man still. America. Don't make you grown.
America's in them at 18.
18. The average age of the soldier that died in Vietnam was 18 years old.
18.
The average age at that time of the ones who were dying was 18. No experience. That's why they were dying. Mm-hmm. Just because you have a lot of numbers doesn't mean that you're strong. You bring confusion sometimes. Mm-hmm. Verse 10, and Zilpah, Leah's maid, bare Jacob a son, and Leah said, not Zilpah, a troop cometh. Wait, listen. A troop cometh. What does that mean?
Mine says, what luck?
I am in luck.
Fortune.
It's luck.
This one says what? Fortune.
Right.
Fortune.
Yeah, but luck and fortune is the same
thing.
God.
I'm lucky.
God.
It's the same one, G-A-D.
Yeah, lucky.
So what did she call his name?
Yeah. Luck.
It's the same pagan god. Wait, one of the kids is named after a pagan god? Why? They were pagans. I'm glad they didn't have no little kids, because they had a proper name in Little Tammuz. Can you imagine one of the tribe of Ishmael? What tribe you from? Tammuz?
Well, they have no.
They got a calendar. And one of their months is called what? Tammuz. If anybody don't know, go back and look up. God is a pagan god. Truth or fortune. Your computer's wrong. So her first, Zilpah first child, this is number 7. Okay? 1, Reuben, 2, Simeon, 3, Levi, 4, Judah, and all of those is from Leah. Then Bilhah have 2 child. Number 5 is Dan. Number 6 is Naphtali. And now Zilpah is having a child. And her name, that's number 7. Verses 12, and Zilpah Leah made bare again. Jacob wasn't satisfied. I mean, she's my wife. Verse 12.
Now, in the King James it says she gave her to Jacob to wife.
Yeah. Yep.
Because
verse 9.
In the Tanakh it says as a concubine.
Mm-hmm. In here it says as a wife. But when I did look up that word wife, it did say it's not the word for wife.
Right.
It's the word as a concubine.
It's a secondary.
Because let's consider this. Keturah gets called a concubine all throughout the 4 times she's mentioned in Scripture.
Yes, she was a wife. Because Sarah was there.
She was a wife.
Yeah.
Now, these chicks,
Chickettes.
they called wife when they were truly concubines.
Oh, but they're the one that bring forth the children of Israel. So that's a good thing.
So you have to have all wives.
Yeah.
And not concubines.
Again, let me tell you something. What we're seeing here.
Not at all.
What we're seeing is that the story make it look prettier when we're talking about Israel.
Absolutely.
And everybody else outside of Israel are pagans and heathens.
And that is the fierce hand of the priest and the scribe.
Exactly.
Paints Israel with this rose-colored brush.
Right.
And everybody else is monsters. And
Now, isn't it interesting that when we read in verse 1, just that one part of verse 1, it should say like this. I'm going to recap real quick. Verse 1, chapter 30, verse 1 should say, and when Rachel saw that she bare Jacob no children, she envied her sister. Jump down to verse 4. It says, she gave him Bilhah, her handmaiden, to wife. And then it goes all the way to verses 25. And it came to pass, when Rachel was born, when Rachel had born Joseph, You notice the why document don't mention none of those other women.
No.
You know why? It had nothing to do with them. Didn't I tell you it would be strife between the brothers? The tribes? It would be strife. The why document don't mention nothing about the children that was for her and the children and the handmaiden here. The E document did. Which now make the story, we see it together. We know that there's 12 children, but we wonder why this one didn't mention them.
13 children.
Yeah, well, we're going to get to that 13th one.
There's 13 children.
And that 13th one, we don't see nothing about her.
We don't never hear the girl's name.
But her name mean what?
Judge.
Dana.
Yeah.
Judge or judgment. See? All right, let's continue back with the other wife of Jacob. No, concubine.
The country.
And all this time, nobody is saying nothing to old Jacob, including Laban. You know why? Laban was doing the same thing. Let me tell you something. I want you to think about this. Laban had these daughters, Leah and Rachel. Surely he didn't take his own people as slaves, as his handmaidens. Servant girl is the word that is translated as. He took his servant girls and he gave them to his daughters to be their servant girls. Where did he get them from? Because we're going to have 4 tribes that did not come from his people, from Laban's people. They're going to come from what? His servant girls. Wherever their people came from. Just like Hagar, the Egyptian. You see? So again, the children of Israel ain't looking so pure no more. They're not pedigreed with their circumcision. Let's take a quick 5-minute break.
And neither the Queen of England.
Oh, we don't talk about this in a minute.
They have no idea where those people came from.